Hello everybody, Nemesis Prime 85 coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Avengers Infinity War War Machine Mark IV. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here you got the Infinity War logo with War Machine. Bring this back. The Bandai logo, Tamashii Nations. I assume that says Tamashii Nations too. Marvel, Infinity War. Right here you can kind of see it. Tamashii Nations quality. A bunch of Chinese that I cannot read. Designed by Tamashii Nations in Japan. And right up front here, you see War Machine Mark IV. And if you cannot read that, that says SH Figuarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Tamashii Nations action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action. So then, at the top here, SH Figuarts. Over here, Avengers A. On this side of the box, you have War Machine Mark IV with the figure, Avengers Infinity War. Coming over here, War Machine Mark IV, SH Figuarts, Infinity War. On the bottom of the box, same thing. The mini flight pose, all the garbage right there. On the top, War Machine Mark IV, blah 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 blah. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots with all of the good stuff and Chinese stuff. And that's just about it for the packaging, so we're going to bring that off to the side. And here we have the reason you're all clicking on this video for the War Machine Mark IV. And I am very happy to pick this up. I picked this up from my local Megalopolis City of Collectibles. And if you don't know what Megalopolis is, it's kind of it's a boys' toy store. So it's mainly boys' toys, but if you're a girl and you like that kind of stuff, good for you. But they got a bunch of Marvel stuff, bunch of Transformers, just a lot of stuff. I picked up a lot of figures from them, and I'm racking up some points. So once they get their Infinity War Iron Man in by SH Figuarts with all of his nanotech, I will pick that up too. So big thank you to Megalopolis for having this figure in stock and sending it out to me. So gonna take a little bit of a closer look at the figure itself. Really nice head sculpt right there. And it's a mini Hot Toys. For $85, this is like a very high quality toy. And there is some die cast in it as well. The feet, you can't really hear it, but those are die cast. And is that it? The feet are die cast. There's probably some die cast throughout the rest of the figure that I just can't get to. But yeah. And on the back, you can see how everything kind of compresses. There you have that. But before we get on with this whole figure and the review, we'll take a look at everything he comes with, because he does come with kind of a lot. So we're going to have to go bird mode right here. And there you see everything he comes with. So all the blast effects, the gun, the rocket launchers, the back flaps, different hands, more blast effects. So he does come with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 different hands. So he comes with, these are right and left hands, one of the spread out, and it's got the peg to have the blast effect. That is also very nicely detailed. Stan's hooking on to me. Move. We'll just put that up there for now. It has the same hand with some red painted in on the inside, so it doesn't have a peg for the blast effect. And last, you get 2 of these like spread out open hands. So yeah, there you go. That. And then you have the closed fists that I have on him right now. You also have various different blast effects. So these go on the feet. Right there. Then these are the blast effects for the flight mode, or when he's flying. You put these on the hands. And you have... Remember how I said I had Butterfingers? I dropped it again. We have two of these blast effects that are very similar, if not exactly the same, as ones we get with, say, the Infinity War Iron Man, just not with the peg in the bottom. So you can see they're like the exact same thing, just this one's a little bit of a harder plastic, and this one's pretty flimsy. I mean, this one's flimsy, but not as much. But can you? So this one, you cannot remove the little effect, well, this one you can remove that. But yeah, they're the exact same, just this one is better because it's painted, and I hope the Mark 50 comes with a couple of these. So you have two of those, and one final one, which is to plug onto his machine gun. And you can see the peg right there. Next, we went through all the hands. We have two of these that go on his back, and I'll show that off a little bit later. Two of these grenade launcher things, I think, they can also go onto his back. See, you got some silver paint in there. There we go. So you get two of those, and the cannon itself that you can mount on his shoulder. And I'm going to show off how this works. So there is a hinge right there, a hinge so you can spin that, a hinge right here to move it up and down, another hinge right here, and another one right here. So this alone has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 different points of articulation for just the cannon itself. And that's really cool. So we'll move everything onto the side for now. And here you have the typical SH Figuarts stand for your figures. And the stand, as you can see, War Machine Mark IV with a Army logo. You can open it up to store all the accessories, which I will be doing. And inside, see, it says Marvel, BSP, China, numbers. It's summer, I'm not counting right now. And then you have, jeez, come on. Stop fighting with me. And then you have the stand up top. So there is a hinge right there, another one right there. You can swing that around. Up top, there's a hinge right there, hinge right there. You can spin this around, and then the two claws can move, like so. And going along with the stand, there is a extra piece, and I'll show off how this works right here. So what you want to do is move this whole section, and I'll just tab in right there. And then you can take the hooks and take these off. And then with this brand new piece, you can put the hooks onto that. Just to kind of move it around. Do that with the same one. Or not. Let's do it like that. So then it would just have two hooks to grab onto him. So you can have him like grabbing his belly when he's flying. But I will not be using that because I do like the the hook at the bottom to give it some extra support. And to get it back on, it's just a hole and a tab right there, or peg. And just slide that in there. And there you have that. And you can take the War Machine, you can move the arms up, kind of spread the legs out a little bit, and slide them in there, and then close those down. And I mean, you can get it. You can get him flying, as you can see. Just the joints aren't very tight, so I'm probably going to have to take a screwdriver and tighten those up, but you can get him flying like so. But now, just to get him off, you'll just bring the arms back out, take the little hooks, unclip them, and just tug it out. And then you can close everything back up. And yeah, so that is the flight stand. And maybe we'll just one last look at everything before we put it away for good, forever. Bye. I'm probably gonna have to put all that back in the box because I'm not going to be using it. So here's why you're clicking on the video, and that is to take a look at the Infinity War Machine Mark IV. And this is, by far, might be my second favorite War Machine suit. The number one would have to be Civil War, because that suit was really cool. But we already looked down the figure, so we'll start getting into the articulation. And if there is articulation that I forget, I'm sorry. I literally just got this like 2 hours ago, and I thought I'd get a review out just to get a review out. So if there's anything I miss, I'm sorry. Let's get into it. So the head is on a ball joint, so you can get the full 360. It is on a hinge in there, so it can move up and down if you bring it up. There is a ball joint at the neck, so you can move the neck around like so. The arms are on a ball joint too, and to get extra movement, you just pull it out from the body, and you can show everything off in there. So it's on a ball joint on the inside, so then you can take them out like that. They can go out that far. Like I said, the butterfly movement, in case you ever want to bend his arms forward for something. There's a bicep swivel. You can bend in the elbow that far. And then the hand, depending on which hands you have in, there is a ball joint. There you have that. And I think that's everything on the arms. Like I said, don't forget you can move the shoulder panel. I don't know. But just move the arms out of the way. And just to show it, if you have the arms like this and you ever want to move it out, it will move the piece out of the way for you. So don't worry about breaking anything when you're moving it, because it'll just move itself. So the legs, they can go in like that, or you can bring them out. You can bring them forward that far. As you can see in there, if you can see it, there is a hinge, so you can bring them in and out. These panels, skirt, are on hinges if you ever want to move his skirt plate. Getting everything straightened out here, because this is really fighting me now that I have the camera on. Come on. Screw it. The knee can't bend it in that far, and it is on a double joint. So there you have that, and you can see there is some molded detail on the inside there. And then the foot is on a ball joint. This panel can move up a tiny. Okay, we'll do it on this foot. Can move up a tiny little bit, but this back panel, you can take it, the heel, and it can go up that far, so you can get some extra range of motion there. And there is a hinge at the toes, so you can move his toes around, and it always gets stuck down there. There you go. So there is some extra movement at the toes. And I think that's it for the articulation. If there's anything I missed, I'm sorry. Like I said, got this. Oh, how could I forget this? He does have an ab crunch. And these two are just on a ball joint, so you can get some gut movement if you want to. So that is it for articulation, I hope. Like I said, anything I missed, I'm sorry. Don't attack me. But yeah, so that's just about it for articulation. So now we will show everything you can do to implement all of that onto him. So sliding everything back over, and I'm gonna have to maybe stand up for this. So on the back of the figure, let's see here, the back of the figure, you've got this like compressed thing with the cannon right there. What you want to do, remove the cannon, take these pieces, those will come off. Those will come off, and then these will come off as well. And that kind of does clean up the back, so you don't have the giant backpack. It just looks really ugly. So yeah. Meh. But let's find everything. So the two rocket launcher things. There is a tab and a slot right there, and you can just push that in on either one of these, and that will go in like so. So you can have him with this double rocket launcher, I think they're rocket launchers. They don't look like them, but I think they're rocket launchers. I don't know. But then you can take the cannon. What did I just drop? Give me a second. I think I dropped something. Yep, this is the display stand piece. But the cannon, there is a port right there on the back, and a slot right there, so you can push it in, straighten everything out, make sure the cannon is oriented like so, and then you can have it with a cannon. And honestly, it looks really dumb having two of these, so what you can do, depending on the side, you can have the cannon on, I keep saying cannon, machine gun, turret, whatever it is. Take that off, and that kind of just makes it all look a little bit better. And if you want, you can kind of angle that down, because that does look kind of cool too. So next, you can take these two pieces. You can see here. We'll grab the original piece that was on his back. So this is the still version. This is also a still version, but it just makes it look like that panel slid down. So right up there, that has a hinge right there, and you just peg it in, and it gives him like a back flap, like something that Iron Man would have, grabbing the second one, and that just pegs in on the back. Like so. And then it just kind of gives him flaps. And you can angle those however you want. But me personally, I'll just kind of have them sticking out a little bit. And like I said, you can have any of the hands on. And we'll show that off right now. You can take the hand, turn it like that, and just kind of pull it off the ball joint. Where is it? There it is. And then take it, and then plug it in. And I'm gonna have to do this off camera, I'm sorry, because this hand really does fight a lot. And yes, there we go. As you can see, it's just got the little peg, and you take one of these guys and plug that into the hand, and there you go. You can have it look like he's shooting, or you can take the ones for the flight mode, and you can plug those in right there, just to make it look like he's flying and he's not shooting. Bring the arm down, so there you have that. Or you can have the still ones, like this hand. I'm gonna do this off camera again. I'm sorry. You're just fighting with me. It's really hard to do at arm's length. Or you can have instead of, oh, I think I know what this is for and what you can do with it. You can have him saluting. That's pretty cool. If they have an Iron Patriot, I think that's what this is meant for. Is Iron Patriot or a karate chop. Because this is a Chinese product. Could be a karate chop. I'm not being racist. I'm just stating the obvious. And then you do have the open hand. Same exact hand, just with no peg. And there's a mosquito in my room. Gosh dang it. And there you have that. And I think that's it for all the accessories. No, that's not. No. I need to stop talking. No. You have this piece, and that just pegs into the barrel of the machine gun. So you can have it like it is on the back of the box. You can have him. This is what it looks like on the back of the box. He's kind of just looking up and shooting something. And that does remind me of the scene from Civil War where Ant-Man shows the truck at him, and he just kind of goes, "Come on!" Like that scene. That reminds me of that scene. But taking that off, and there you have that. Like trying to straighten the neck out so the neck looks good. Just it's kind of annoying. But is that it? There's one more thing that we can put on Rhodey. Is these. Those just a slot and a tab. And those will just tab onto bottom of his feet, and boo. Yay. You can get him looking like he's flying. I mean, it's whatever. The blast effects, I mean, they look good sometimes. But then other times it's like it looks too cartoony, like the Infinity War Iron Man from Marvel Legends. How it has those blast effects. And if you want, you can take both these grenade launchers off and have it more looking like the first time he ever appeared in the MCU. Why can't I do this? Wait a second. What did I do wrong? Okay, there we go. Where you can have the cannon on that side. I keep saying cannon, minigun. On that side. And I honestly do, nowadays, prefer the turret. What am I doing? Wait a second. What did I do? Guys, this is like really confusing with how this hinges and stuff works. I think I did it. Is that it? Yeah, is that it? But nowadays, I like it on that side just because that, to me, is just looks a little bit better. That's my personal opinion. If you like it on the other side, it's your toy. Play with it or display it however the heck you want. I don't really care, honestly, how you do it. And you can have all the pieces on his back. So you can have all the pieces that just sit still on his back. Where's the other one? Let's just tab in. Take the flaps off. And that's the side. Put the old ones back in. And you can just have like his backpack. But what you can do, if you don't want to display him with all these pieces, you can take the display base, open it up, and just store everything in there. And just store everything in there so you don't have to keep opening the box over and over again and putting them in the clamshell and all that, blah, blah, blah. And they all just sit compact in there. So I think that's it for almost everything in the SH Figuarts War Machine. and we'll bring him off to the side, and we will do some comparisons. So, the only Marvel comparison that I will be doing right here, sorry, is the Iron Man from Marvel Legends that I've been talking about. I mean, that looks fine, just this guy, once I get the Mark 50 from SH Figuarts, it'll look way better. I mean, they look fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just, this guy's too cartoony. Like, this guy's too $25. This guy's $85 and looks way better. Yeah, and just because this is a Transformers channel, we'll work our way up through the classes. So, here he is with a deluxe class, or a Bumblebee size class. Have that. Here he is with a current day Voyager class. So he's like an oversized deluxe but small Voyager. I have that. And here he is with a current Studio Series leader class. And honestly, that does look... It does kind of work for me. Honestly. That works. Jetfire and War Machine, that works with me. But, there you go. So, like I said, I picked this guy up from Megalopolis. Check them out. They've got a lot of stuff. They have a bunch of SH Figuarts. When I went there, they just had their huge Marvel sale, so all their Marvel stuff was cleaned out. But the SH Figuarts, they usually have Infinity War Cap, Infinity War Iron Man, Bucky, like a bunch of Spider-Man stuff. A lot of just SH Figuarts from different Marvel movies, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ragnarok, Infinity War, Homecoming. And they had like Egg Attack stuff with Egg Attack Marvel stuff. Transformers, they got a bunch of it. I picked up the Studio Series Drift with all of the Dinobots, so do be expecting, maybe expect a review on that. Don't know, maybe. But huge shout out to Megalopolis for having this ready for me when I went to pick him up. And this is my very first SH Figuarts, and I'm very pleased with it. They didn't have the Iron Man, so it was like, might as well get the War Machine. I've been wanting him for a while now. And I'm very pleased with this figure. Very pleased. Because it's a mini Hot Toys. And I think this guy would look great with, say, Comic Cave Hulkbuster, if you own that. Don't quote me on that. I will be picking that thing up soon. Don't know how well that'll scale. But, just because, we'll bring Iron Man back in. And, yeah. So, I will be pre-ordering from Megalopolis him with all of his nano stuff from SHF. Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. All I'm going to say now, be expecting a lot of good reviews coming up soon. There's one in particular, and I'm just gonna tell you what it is and what you guys need to be prepared for. Toy World Knight Orion. And if you know what that is, it's Toy World's take on a MPM style of Last Night Optimus. So be expecting that pretty soon. And this is Nemesis Prime saying goodbye. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to do next. Thank you for watching. See you later. Peace out.